We begin again. Thus, it is time for The Last of Us, episode 4. This is
Yeah,
Pat,
I can't believe we're this far already, and that's Charvana.
and yeah, we're gonna be watching this as a reaction watch along, and excited to share with all of you. So,
Hmm.
you
I
ready?
point down because, hey, guess where you can find us? Links in the doobly-doos. Where can we find you, Charvana?
Oh, you can also come and watch me not only here on this YouTube channel, but you can also see me live over at twitch.tv/Sharvana, where we can talk about the episode together.
Yeah.
And Pat, where can we find you?
Also on Twitch, twitch.tv/ActorPat.
Links down in the doobly doos, as he would say.
Hmm.
Pat, there was something that you pointed out after our discussion last time, and I found it very intriguing. So, do you remember the question?
I'm curious. Well, actually, 2 points. First one is a question. I'm curious, and I'm hoping the answer is no, but I'm curious if this stuff affects pets, because as far as I can recall, we haven't seen animals affected by it yet, right? Like we saw the dog in the first episode run away,
Yes.
and they made it a point to show him running away,
Yes.
but I don't think we've seen them have to have that horrible moment of like, oh my God, I gotta kill the pet.
Okay, yeah, I don't know that anybody has had pets since we've seen this.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
we haven't had that like, in the previous episode, the couple didn't have a dog or a cat or whatever animal they were keeping. They just had whatever they were using for meat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know if just a lot of them have died off in all of this, or if they do exist and
I haven't
it's
even
just.
seen birds. Not that you normally see birds in any of these films and TV shows, but like weird. Just
Mhm.
thinking about like flying, spreading that too.
Yeah, because like, if just touching stuff that's in, all around any forests or woods or eating whatever things all the animals might be nibbling on, like I imagine if they can be infected, they've all been exposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Speaking of bread and stuff and wheat and all that, we were
mhm,
talking at the very beginning of last time. We made fun of Ellie having a sandwich,
mhm.
and so she's also eating bread. So they do have bread and flour products still.
Yes, they have somehow figured out a way to make sure there's non-contaminant stuff, which I guess makes sense since they have, the way to censor if people are infected. Like you can just be like, okay, this batch is clean, you can cook with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we know that, like, if you tell me, like, yes, especially post-apocalypse, not like, oh, the beginning of a pandemic, like it might be the reason, but like, no, the world's ended because of wheat products. It's like, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna risk that anymore. It's just
Mm-mm.
like, I'm okay. I'm okay.
It's also a
Um,
luxury now, I would imagine.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So it would be hard to get it too.
And then I felt a little, smack on the forehead. But I had the realization after last episode that they both, Joel and Ellie, their actors were both in Game of Thrones.
Oh
And
yeah.
I of course knew Pedro because his character in Game of Thrones was one of my favorites, but I didn't realize and I felt bad because Bella Ramsey, the actress, she was one of my favorites. I just didn't recognize her because she was even younger, and the fact that they were both in Game of Thrones, I don't know. I just enjoy that HBO was like, nah, these two are good. Let's link them back up.
Notorious fact about myself, I'm so bad at remembering actors and everything. I just enjoy the characters, enjoy the media, and just consume what I can. And then when you
Hmm.
sent me those two, I was like, oh my gosh, mind blown, especially because they were from the same series last time too on HBO.
Yeah,
So,
I had encountered an interview thing where they were the ones asking each other questions, and one of them was like, "Oh, what prop or thing would you bring from Game of Thrones to the Last of Us universe?" And I was just like, "Oh yeah, I completely forgot that she was in that." Um, and he had said they both said their costumes. He wants his like fancy robe, and she wants her badass armor, and
okay, I feel like she's
they,
making the better decision out of those
yeah.
two things.
Yeah, and Pedro's reasoning was like, "It's cool. I get to stand behind you, being comfortable and looking awesome, and you get to defend me."
Ooh,
Um,
fair, fair. But Pat, are you
yes.
ready?
I don't know. Am I? I don't know what to
Oh.
expect with these. So like, I was not expecting one of the most like heartfelt love stories last week. So Who knows?
I think there's got to be some really dangerous situations coming up. There's got to be. And it's going to be mostly Joel and Ellie, I would imagine. Unless they're going to make it episodic of everybody else. But I can't imagine them doing that for a video game. So...
My only guess for this episode is we're going to have the incident of determining whether it's good or bad that she has a gun.
Ooh, okay.
Because we had that, like, she pocketed the secret gun in her bag. So I think we will see an immediate, not like right off the bat, but like this episode, we will see like the consequences, good or bad, of that.
Fair. No expectations. I'm just ready to be excited.
Yeah!
So, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Yes. Brilliant. So, of course, the HBO ad is going up right now.
Yeah, again, our usual disclaimer. HBO is including ads in the timed part of the episode, so...
I'll give you handy dandy stamps down in the about section also of this video. The description of this video will have handy timestamps in case you can skip it too. But just to make sure that anybody's on a cell phone that's all synced up correctly. Last of Us. New episodes Friday night at 9 p.m. Previews, or not previews, I guess, but last times.
That was cute, not knowing seatbelts. I think we said this post episode last week, but we're very thankful that it didn't show us the room.
Oh yeah, gosh yeah. I would have felt really bad. Here is the opening. Heck yeah, let's get it going. Yeah, I was afraid that they were going to pan back whenever they were showing the window and just show the 2 dead bodies, whether they were decomposed or a little bit fungi. Would not have been good.
Yeah, and I know we said, like, it doesn't appear to affect dead people, but yeah, having the nightmare version of just, like, one of their hands being, like...
Or to see, like, if they had died a horrific death anyway, not necessarily in each other's arms. You're just like, oh, dang, that wasn't what was supposed to happen. Or if there was fungi people eating them. That would have been awful, too. All the worst things. I like to imagine that they just died in each other's arms, and everything was fine. Best case scenario? The Last of Us. And episode begin.
Pew, 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 pew. Don't look. Oh my god.
There could still be one in the chamber too. You gotta make sure to be careful. Like that could have been bad.
I was waiting for there to still be one somehow. For that jump scare.
Maybe silly, but I didn't even know that the sights on it were 3 different little sights whenever you came to a lot of pistols and whatnot. I don't know what kind of gun that is. I don't know much about guns at all, but I do know, like, there is an aiming mechanism of lining everything up, and I feel like before I knew how to shoot, it was always just like the one little thing. So I don't foresee her being a best shot. Because you could easily just think one of those 3 lineups could be straight siphoning gas.
Certainly a useful apocalypse skill.
I didn't know you could blow. I thought you had to, like, straw it out, you know?
Ha ha ha. An algebra.
Good job. Good job.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh
No.
no.
Gross. Gross and a half.
It's interesting for these, like how, like that's a pretty huge chunk of road with nothing on it.
Mm-hmm. It's also interesting to see how foliage has taken over.
Hmm.
Can plants eat rust?
I don't know, like how long that would take to break down into
Some kind of
absorbable
nutrients?
minerals.
Yeah.
Gotta make camp while it's still light out.
Into an open field or underneath stuff? Open field, good for staying away from zombies. Underneath stuff, gonna stay away from people. Ravioli.
Yo, weird. That's what I am having for dinner. Yeah, without knowing, I have ravioli.
People.
A laugh, but also oh.
More puns?
I don't know. Like, is it just me? Don't you sleep in the car?
Is it big enough for two?
But I mean, I don't know. It's just that extra layer of protection. It's not as comfy, but like, just throw the seats down. Gotta be a little warmer.
I guess you wouldn't get dew or anything on you.
Or bugs, or spiders, or
Or fungus.
yeah, or fucking fungus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cute. Bonding. Big bonding. Pretty.
I don't know if you can both go to sleep. Don't you have to like set up a watch? Like,
I don't know. I think it'd be important for both of you to get rest, though. I just don't know.
mhm.
The truck's not exactly quiet in a place that has no trucks. Looks like they're going watch mode.
Now, is it that she just doesn't like coffee, or is the coffee that bad?
I would imagine they don't like coffee. Yo, most of us have it every day.
I'm more on the Ellie end of the spectrum, but I'm one of those energy drink fiends, so can't talk.
She's just a little nosy Nancy, and I love it. Mm. Do you think you're just able to quit these groups, though?
I don't know, there's got to be something there with the fireflies.
I wonder if you get motion sickness in a car like that if you've never been in one.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't like this. I think there's gonna be people.
I hope you've at least taught her how to lock the doors.
So it's just a pileup? I don't know. So having to go into Kansas City.
Yeah, having now you definitely have people trouble.
Do you?
Mm. Nah. Ooh.
Oh, fudge, dude, no.
I promise. Blap blap. Jeez.
Quit wasting your bullets. Both of you.
Ooh, lucky she fits.
Well, there goes yeah, I was gonna say negotiation out the window now.
I don't know. They cinder block your car. Pretty sure there wasn't going to be
Yeah.
much. And now she has her gun. She has her gun.
Oh, I thought it was him. It's like, no. He's gotta last.
Of us.
Is this her moment?
Oh shit, knife? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. You lucky that didn't go through him. That's all I'm saying.
She develops her edge.
Oh.
Oh, and he used the knife to save the ammo. Ugh. I'm glad he spared her that, at least for now.
Just makes me my stomach upset though.
Mm-hmm. But hey, lesson there. Don't start none. Won't be none.
Well, it doesn't even look like there's a quarantine zone here, so I wonder how these people are taking care of themselves. If it is just a bunch of raiders raiding city.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I found him. You guys are not welcome.
Pretty rough killing medical professionals. Not many left, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
They made their stuff as spooky as possible.
Yeah, it's not like we're making this like, oh, we're they need a Frank to be like, can we have a nice paint? Can
Yeah,
we
does
clean
this?
up a little bit? Yeah, it's like let's just make sure we look as evil as possible too.
But like, you look nice. Is that really intimidating for people to back off of you? Or if you look nice, do people fuck around? No. But I can't tell you that. Spoiler alert, neither one of them were alright.
Almost in time.
Don't ever cup it. Cupping is bad. Mm-hmm. Stepping it up from shoot your eye out, kid. Ma'am.
First time we knew it was going to save things. Now that's going to be a bad thing.
Yeah. You also should teach between safety and not safety on that gun.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they left behind? You think it's somebody else?
Yeah, I feel like this is a different party.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they've been living up here for a while, whoever.
My only guess. Okay, never mind. Not with the kid stuff. My only guess was maybe Tommy, but
Yeah. That could be adults' drawings, except for it's about supermen.
he's like, I'm not good at art, okay? Oh, okay. I completely forgot they're looking for Henry, not just Joel and Ellie.
So Sam is presumably the child.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to piece all the information to maybe get together. What the heck?
Ooh. I say, yep, let's linger longer.
It's a fat note. Get out of here.
Oh shit, so they've known about it.
Wait, what is that?
This is gonna be like the mushroom version of a plague heart. This 1,000,000% has to be a video game mechanic, right? You're the crawl through the little spaces
And
mechanic.
unlock the yeah, because I mean she did that second time now. I like how we're getting all of these old logos of places and stuff. Like that's FedEx truck right there, but we don't ever get to see it fully, so they don't have to like pay the rights on it for the show. Dang, dude.
Woo! Zombieland rules. Rule 1, cardio. I didn't. Oof. Tess said they weren't good people. Smart. Yeah, much needed upgrade after the last night.
I don't know. This big bag is nice. You gotta sleep, dude.
His turn to tell a dad joke.
Oh, never mind. Not a dad joke.
Nope, other end of the spectrum. Gonna be that other name that Marlene was talking about.
Riley? Ripley? Something like that?
Right, yeah, Riley, I think. I like that prior to just hitting that little bit of knowledge, he did sleep so that he could hear better. He's just like, God damn it.
It was cute. Cute. I like that. Mm.
Oh. I right off the bat, I just love that this was a dad joke episode.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
I
So.
wonder if they have that in the game too. It's one of those things that there's all these little Easter eggs, like we were saying, perhaps walking through all those small crawl spaces, then opening up stuff for Joel, and maybe the dad jokes. Surely her shooting. I don't know if Ellie's a playable character even. I would assume so.
I would think just in that sense of like you're gonna get moments of both. Like we would have to take control of her in the vent and find the door and
Okay, yeah.
open it for Joel.
Yeah.
So probably bounce back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, I could see that. But I can see the video game references a lot in this and how you'd be like, oh, that could be that. Ooh, that could be that. Ooh. Yeah, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I imagine like having that moment where the truck has crashed and it's the shootout. Like you're gonna have to, be cover for her and hopefully hit the guy. So yeah, this did feel a little more video gamey. I was really waiting for like a lot of potential jump scares, which is funny. I was more nervous in like just waiting for something to happen, and nothing happened throughout the episode. Like her pointing the gun in the mirror and him looking through the hole under the truck. Like I was waiting for a face to come out and do, something, and not. So it was just a lot of like heart rate up, but nothing. Heart rate up, but nothing.
I was not expecting anything, and I wonder if that'll be for next time. If they've just like given you the false sense of security at this point, that next time it's just gonna be nothing but. I'm surprised at how little infected there were. This is another episode where we got like no infected, which is so intriguing to me because that's the whole point.
Not even like. I'm trying to recall real quick, but yeah, not even in the form of just seeing fungus.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Well,
ditch thing.
Yeah.
Whatever that ditch thing might have been. But
yeah, that. But even then, we didn't see. We just know that it's bad.
Yeah. But we stumbled upon Kansas City. I thought the road blockade would actually be somebody trying to like attack there, but I'm glad it wasn't. Don't really know what would have happened to have caused that kind of wreckage to block the entire tunnel, but maybe they put it there. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that the truck was put there sideways as a blockade for sure.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been as perfectly fit if it just crashed in there.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did think that it was going to be a
ambush
people
point
behind it and ambush. Yeah.
How?
But I don't know. I just feel like. I don't know. There was no other way around that.
Like... Yeah, well, there had to have been something. I would have imagined something, but it depends on how long the tunnel was, because I've never been to Kansas City, so I don't actually know if that's like an entrance tunnel that goes forever to where you had to get to. I don't know. So they did have to go through the city. They did get ambushed by somebody who had even like police chain, like what are those things called?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, the word's escaping me. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Would you want to do that though, as a raider? Even would you want to do that? I would rather have a wrecked car, but still have the like means and necessities to like strip that car for something else later on. I don't know if I'd want to wreck it as
Yeah,
badly as they
like
did.
yeah, because you now have ruined those tires. Like I don't know how common good tires are in this world. So like
And again,
this vehicle's useless at the moment.
I get that life is more important, but if somebody's trying to drive away from you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on how much resources you think they can get and how, if this is how they've been getting their resources for a long time. I think that's brilliant to have that kind of stuff, but how much are you limiting yourself and by getting rid of some of this equipment? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's not the smartest idea. Maybe it's not the dumbest idea, but it is very intriguing to me that they had all this kind of means to take somebody out like that. And
Mm-hmm.
what a devastating way to go out. I did ask
Yeah,
him.
that was brutal. I really am glad that Joel took on that burden. Because I was really expecting her to have that like, and it's cool, not cool that it happened, but cool to know that she has already had to do that in her life. Because I was really worried that was gonna have to be her like, well, the world sucks, and now I have to become a little bit colder, and then
Yeah.
shoot him dead. Um, but even like I didn't expect immediate. I was waiting for the gunshot, and then you hear the knife stab, and then it's just like, oh, he's sick because he can't have the ammo shot, and he wants to save the ammo, and like brutal,
Yeah.
brutal.
It
And
makes
then him
sense.
screaming for his mom, like as his last, like that hurt.
Yeah.
That was just like, oh,
Well, it's sickening because, like, I did ask last time, even if you recall, very last episode, I was like, I kind of want to see the story from the other side because, yeah, they
mm,
might end up in a brutal accident, but at least I'd like to know what other people are going through too. Not just Fedra people, not just the Fireflies. I want to see how normal, everyday people are
right,
living, and
right,
this is not necessarily every day, but at the same time, it is an entire different group of people just trying to survive, and you
mm-hmm,
get that with Brian because over here
mm-hmm,
he's saying like this is me, this is why I obviously he's upset. Had somebody shot Ellie in the same manner, Joel would have been that angry. I don't know about like family
mm-hmm,
wise, but like
mm-hmm.
I still think he would be pissed off.
Yeah,
So
yeah, like I don't know, it's such a rough balance because it's like I don't know, it just sucks because I feel like, and again, we're on the side of Ellie and Joel and seeing it from their perspective, but I feel like the Raider group, at least that's what I'm calling them for now. The Raider group did everything in the wrong. Like they were in like they had the trap set. They tried to trick him. They threw the cinder block at the car. They immediately started firing multiple guns at them instead of like, we're armed, we have you surrounded, give us your stuff. It's just like, nah, we're just going to try and kill you.
yeah.
Like everything they did in my brain is not redeemable. It's just like there was like because you had mentioned like, well, no negotiating now. It's like there was never negotiating on the table. They were like, no, we're killing you and taking your stuff. Um, uh, yeah, that's the usual apocalypse show stuff. We're now getting that the real monster is us type thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
Uh,
I guess this just jumps around a little bit in the episode wise, but when we haven't seen that many infected, but we have seen that ditch of stuff. I don't know because it looks like it's basically in the basement, and it looks like
mm,
this giant crater. So that means something
mm.
either hit it down or something is collapsing with underneath, and it looks like a
And
sinkhole.
yeah, that
So
seems to be the case because the building's intact, so nothing like I thought at first. Small chance it could have been like remnants of
impact,
a bomb or something, but
yeah,
it's an intact building. So,
yeah, and it started to
um,
breathe. It freaking started to
yeah,
breathe.
yeah. So like, what's fungus among us doing? But and I hate that they know like they established that it's like they were just checking in on it. It's not like, oh shit, what is this? It's like, should we tell people yet?
I don't know. It's not that bad. I mean, it hasn't done anything but breathe yet. It's
that's
probably
that's
fine.
the that is the next step equivalent of like the people in your life that you have to debate. Would you tell me if you were bit?
I
Would you tell
guess.
others if they're bit? And it's like, are you going to tell people about the
Okay,
monster
why do you
sinkhole?
think they're not telling people? Do you think because this sinkhole is probably just the beginning of the crack? Like you think it's under the entire city, and that's just like one of the first moments, and that means they're gonna have to uproot their entire lives? Or why would they not tell people to
That's a good
quarantine.
question. I don't understand the motive, like
Hmm.
why you wouldn't want to make everyone like, yo, we have killer killer monster under here, or
We should
just or
avoid
even
this part of town.
yeah,
It's
even
breathing.
if it's not fungus monsters and it's just a literal weird sinkhole, it's just like,
Yeah.
yo, this is dangerous, whatever it is.
Okay, the
And
only other thing that I can think of is that they did it. Like they started it. Like they put all their dead in one space, or they put all their
hmm,
infected in one space, and it started to
okay, like they
mutate.
cleared out as they were cleaning up the city of that,
Because we
they just
haven't seen
put them
any
all
of the
in a
dead people. We haven't seen any of the dead
that's a good
dead
that's a
things.
good theory
That's
that
the
that's
only.
like a mass grave of sorts.
Mm-hmm. And it's just
Um,
like starting to. I don't know because there's not a pit. It was just a crater.
like maybe they were throwing them all in the sewer or something.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. But it's bugs me because I want to know what it's for, and that's the only reason I
Hmm.
can think of why they would be hiding
Well, and
it.
it was also a former Fedra building, right? Because it was or no, it was just an apartment
It
complex,
was just
right?
the apartment complex.
Okay.
Do you also think was it the same place that they found Sam's drawings? Do you also think that Henry and Sam had something to do with it? Also, who the frick are Henry and Sam to this people? I don't
All
know.
good questions. I do think it's the same building,
Mm-hmm.
because it looked like it was just like let's check upstairs and on the way out let's check downstairs. Um, but I don't know. I feel like maybe not because then like I don't know, because if it was the same building, how did Sam and Henry hide for that long? But that's that like they would never look here because they would never think we would hide where the monster hole is.
Or do you think this is not
Or
something that they checked up on before? This is just something they recently found. I don't know. I don't know on that end.
yeah, I don't know.
I do have to presume the very last two people that we saw were Henry and Sam because we don't know
I
anything
feel
about
like it
them.
has to be, especially because of the paint on their eyes, and it looked like the same colors that the kid was drawing with
And they
on
were so
the.
young, and
Mhm.
yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Um, but yeah, how why? Well, we kind of know not the full relation, but she was saying she believes Henry was ratting them out to Fedra.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so apparently they are like either Fireflies or ex-Fireflies, maybe. And they
Which
had
would be
been,
hella interesting because that's exactly the kind of people that they're trying to get Ellie's into the hands of.
and so yeah, somebody had been turning them into
Bedra.
ratting them out to Fedra
Uh
agents,
huh.
and yeah, I don't know though. It seems so dumb. Like even if the guy was helping with ratting your group out, like he's a doctor. How many doctors do you have? Like I guess if you can't trust them, you can't trust them with your medical stuff either, but that's like, oh hey, like we only have three scientists left in our known world and you just killed one of them. Like
I fully feel the despair of that situation of like, we need a doctor. But when you get right down to it, especially in that situation that Kathleen just walked up upon saying, like, can we save him? What if I have a doctor? And she immediately had to,
mhm.
like, walk back on her threats and everything for half a second. But they're like, no, that's not even going to help. It's like, yes, you have a doctor, but you have a doctor for very specific reasons. Not one
Mhm.
doctor can cover all scope of medicine.
Right.
And
Yeah.
specifically, we already knew that he was not a doctor for surgery. He was not a doctor for that kind of stuff. He was a OBGYN potentially. And not
Oh
that
yeah,
those
because
are
he said I
not,
delivered you. So or like pediatrician maybe or
not that those are not necessary in the apocalypse at all, but just that it's not going to matter. So it's going to be one of those things that you are only as useful as you are to be trusted. As trustful as you are equals your value. And if he can't be trusted, doesn't matter if he's a doctor, doesn't matter if he's not. So I understand why she did it in the moment that she did it, and I don't like blame her for being like, I can't trust you anymore. This is what it has to be. So
Mhm.
it sucks.
And what a rough moral debate that like all war and terrible things that humans do to each other, that debate, it's like this needs to stop, and it's like, oh, it needs to stop now. It needs to stop now that you're gonna suffer from it,
Mm-hmm.
not when me or the people I loved were suffering from it. and the whole eye for an eye debate of how, like, okay, cool, who has to be the one that's like stops violence and stops acting in certain ways, and like, ugh,
Because it should always never happen, but then at some point it just becomes somebody's gonna always want vengeance. So it's gonna be vengeance and revenge, and it's when does that stop?
Because now, like, okay, cool, doctor's family is gonna be like, well, who killed the doctor? And if there's any left, and it's like, cool, now they are gonna try and shoot her, and gross.
I am intrigued so far to see a lot of strong female characters, though. Even
in leader positions.
We
have Marlene is the head of that batch of Fireflies. Kathleen seems to be the leader of this group. Tess seemed to have been a high-ranking person in whatever they want to call their group.
And Ellie even has backbone, even if she's just cargo.
Ellie is certainly doing whatever she wants to do. So it's
So I'm just gonna continue to say kudos to the writers of this story, whether it was just this way or if it's always been this way in the games, which I assume it's always been this way in the games. But it's always nice to have that representation, that not just because the world has ended, it's just gone to the men again. So I do really like seeing a lot of strong females in powerful positions on this so far. I liked Joel's tactic whenever they went up all the flights of stairs. First of all, good on you for getting 33 flights of stairs. Good on you, 56. Well done. And second of all, the whole, like, he even has big game strats of, like, I want to hear the glass crack if somebody's gonna sneak up on us. This is how it's gonna happen. But even cooler that they use the story mechanic of Ellie noticing you can't hear on your right side, and he only gets caught, or they only get like snuck up upon because he's sleeping on his left side.
Yeah, he had rolled over.
Right after we had that beautiful moment where they started to bond.
Finally had a happy bonding moment.
And the giggle and the laugh, it was so cute.
You know what it was from? It was all thanks to dad jokes.
Diarrhea.
The power of dad jokes.
So I'm excited for all that. I hope that's in the game too. I really want to play the game after this is all over.
Oh yeah, and not that it was like a pun, but that was a good other scene with her finding the porno mag in the car and like faking like, oh, why is whatever, and she's like, I'm fucking with you. This is gross.
How do you even walk with that? Ew, why are the pages stuck together? Ew. Yeah, too fun. Just like, she's trying really hard to make some kind of bond here, and I don't know if she's doing it on purpose, like she wants to like Joel, or she's just trying to pass the time, but
I am very worried about, that just made me remember more scenes of them, that she pocketed the gun. And so like we made it a point of like packing it the first time. We said like, oh, this is going to save Joel in some way. This is going to be whatever. Because I don't know, the way they framed it, it was going to be a good thing. But now it's like, I don't know if we get those back to back. We're not going to have a good like, and isn't it great that I put it in my pocket? It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that it's not so much either one of them getting injured from it directly, but it is going to misfire, triggering alert, or like exposing where they are, or which will then cause bad things.
I don't know. Same scene I wanted to think about, though. I really did like Joel's form of bonding with her. Like, it wasn't even like so much trying to bond with her, but just taking on the responsibility of like still being the adult in the situation. I thought that was really freaking sweet.
It could not get the words out, but trying to say like, if you need to talk, I get it.
Yeah.
But
I really suck at this. Yeah, you do.
And I like that they called that out on each other. It was like, I suck at this, and she's like, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But also, it's not my first time, so don't feel that burden that you know.
It was really touching, though. It was really touching just to, if anything else, him just taking the responsibility of that as the adult, just being like, I'm sorry. Like, I should have heard him, but I'm sorry. And him being sincere about it and being totally 100%. And that was a sweet moment. Not something I would have totally expected from him off the bat, but I still feel like he wants Ellie to keep her innocence, just like Sarah would have. So... Yeah.
But the scary part we have to fear the whole time, I'm sure, is like they're really making you like the characters. It's just like, hey, they're really good. You really
I
like
think
them.
they're in it at least for the long haul on this one. I think for the long haul we'll get to keep both of them. There's only two. We don't have anybody to spare. Come on.
Yeah, and for her, I feel like you have to get to at least the cure point. If
Yeah.
not the cure being developed, but like people need to start like, oh, she's got special blood or special like whatever. Like somebody needs to have that being developed before she could ever be removed from a
Mm-hmm.
story. I don't know if that might be a thing, but
And no spoilers because I have not played the first or the second, and neither has Pat. So please, 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 no spoilers on anything. But I don't know if Joel will make it the whole time or if he will leave at some point. I don't know that he will stick around for forever with her. I don't see that happening yet, but I feel like
okay.
it's going to happen at some point. Just because the way stories are,
Hmm.
I don't know. But then that
Well,
means we have
that
to
could be
introduce a third
interesting
person.
too. Um, like if this was kind of like the Walking Dead Telltale games,
Yes.
or like all the spin-offs and stuff, like how the Walking Dead just has this whole universe.
Yes.
um like seeing almost, what's it called, like an anthology style, so
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, oh, like the like game, like, I don't know certain things about future, but yeah, if it was just like, okay, yeah, that was the tale of this pair, and now one game is, like you said, it's just a different entire, like maybe you get a little peppering of Easter eggs,
I
but it's
think
just like, all
I
right, what's
will
happening on the
be
West Coast?
more concerned for Joel's safety if Henry and Sam, if these two are Henry and Sam, decide to join
Mm.
us as the main protagonists.
Mm.
That's what I will be more concerned about. I don't know if it'll happen in this next episode or a couple episodes down the line, but if we have more friends, I feel like
More
that means we
protectors.
have more people to spare. So
Mm.
if we're in the agreement that Ellie is the most important character just because of her purpose,
Mhm.
then I think Joel is expendable as a character just from a writing standpoint. And that makes me fear for him, especially since
What
we're
do you
starting to like
think?
him.
What's your guess for Raider group? Are they ultimately good guys or bad guys?
Bad
Because
guys.
they definitely have that like mixed vibe of like, oh, they're just people surviving. We can make you like us. It's just we don't trust outsiders because of story, story,
Since we
story.
are now into theory mode, if I'm going to make theories and guesses on everything, I think they're
Hmm.
going to be the kind of group that is the ends justify the means. Not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily that they are a bad person or they are a good person. I think they're going to be somebody that we talk against a lot and debate a lot of their morality. But I think that the ends justify the means of trying to keep people safe. And
Mm.
whether or not that's true for Kathleen right now, I don't know because of that crater thing. I need to know more about that before I make any
Yeah,
big judgments.
that's where it becomes hard to
But
debate.
I don't know if it will be one of those things that they will forever be good. If anything, from a video game standpoint, I think it might be Joel coming in and just like fucking up everything for them. So I don't know. Or somebody like
Yeah,
turning on them and screwing everything up for them. I think it's going to be the town that was, not the town that
okay.
lasts.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, Joel and Ellie are gonna have to John Wick their way out
Yeah,
and be like, "Well, sucks to be Kansas
I
City,
think it's going to
because
explode.
now they're gone."
I think the crater thing is gonna like blow up. It's gonna erupt full of fungus things, and they're gonna have battle royale between everybody and all the fungus
My
and.
only thought, like, and even then, not a great. I don't agree with it. Like, my only thought is you don't tell people about the crater yet because you're trying to avoid hysteria, of like. But you need to give people time to prep. Like, it's the option. Like, you can choose to stay near here, but we gotta fortify because like something bad's about to happen here. We don't know what. Even if it's not zombies or fungus, it's just like sinkhole is like it's just gonna be bad. Just the building is going to fall down.
Yeah,
But
I still
um,
think they're at fault at some way somehow
mhm,
of whatever that is. That's the only reason I can
yeah,
think of why they're keeping it secret.
yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see it next time. But anything else?
uh, I don't know if we've had this debate. Did we ask this before? Does watching this make you want to play the game?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play it until it's over, but yes.
Oh yeah. No, but like, will you want to play it after watching it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be fun. I think it has the most thing I could liken it to in my brain is between like a Walking Dead version of Red Dead Redemption 2. That's what I
Okay.
imagine the gameplay to be like.
I can see that. I mean, I've seen very few moments of the game, but I have seen, the walking around and looking at stuff, so I can
Yeah.
kind of see that comparison.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I can think
And I
it's gonna be
suppose that
like.
I did see a comment on Twitter talking about they don't want to watch, or they want to watch the show, but their partner has not played the games yet, and they don't want to spoil the games. But then I almost wanted to respond the other way. It's like, yeah, but now they don't have, like, playing the game will likely spoil the show. So which medium do you want to
Go side by side.
have the
Every
full
once in a while,
experience?
switch off.
That would be interesting if there was a way in the game, like a post-show update to the game of, like, it would tell you, like, and this is episode 1,
Yeah.
and this is episode 2.
I don't know. But until next time, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching with us.
Heck yeah.
We'll see you soon. Mwah!